You are listening to the Daily Gospel Reflections with Sister Cloth. This podcast is brought to you by the Paulines Multimedia. It is our mission to bring the Word of God to all peoples through sounds and images, voices, and music. Come and join us as we share with you a thought a day. Today's reading is from St. Mark chapter 3 verses 13 to 19. Jesus went up the mountain and called to him those whom he wanted, and they came to him. And he appointed 12, whom he also named apostles, to be with him and to be sent out to proclaim the message and to have authority to cast out demons. So he appointed the 12, Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter, James, son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James, to whom he gave the name Boanerges, that is, sons of thunder, and Andrew and Philip, and Bartholomew and Matthew, and Thomas, and James, son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus, and Simon the Cananean, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Then he went home. May God's blessing be yours and mine today. Today's gospel tells us of Jesus choosing 12 apostles to be part of his mission. What an extraordinary privilege! When I think of this, my mind shifts to beauty contests, with judges choosing the semi-finalists and then the finalists based on their excellence in various aspects. But one rather thinks of Christ's choice of his apostles in a very different way. He says that following Jesus is not about being a better you because you have to die to yourself. It is about being more like him, which is the case. When Jesus calls, he says, he calls us to leave behind our old self and embrace our new life. He's calling us into a life of transformation where he begins to chisel the hard, selfish, proud, lazy, and greedy in us to reveal his Spirit in us. When Jesus calls us, Jesus calls us to purpose involving his kingdom that has eternal consequences. He calls us into a spiritual warfare that we cannot fight with our own strength and win. We must fight in his power, in his strength and way. And victory is guaranteed if we do it his way. Beautiful insight. Another thing that caught my attention was the composition of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus to be part of the team. Levi or Matthew was a former tax collector and known for being a traitor to his people. But Jesus chose him anyway. Then we have Simon the Canaanite, known for being stubborn and rebellious. I could imagine how these men had to learn to live and work harmoniously with one another. Each one had his strengths and weaknesses, yet Jesus called them to do the same mission with Jesus. Isn't it natural to have difficulties dealing with co-workers or companions with personalities or temperaments so different from ours? But by our calling, we must accept one another with all our limitations and weaknesses. Lord, who am I to give judgment against another when we are all on some journey, all evolving and growing? Pardon me for being judgmental. Be with us again tomorrow as we share with you a thought a day. Meanwhile, you can follow us and listen to other Apple and Google podcasts on Spotify, produced by Paulines Multimedia. Have a good day.